what I have here is a really simple script that doesn't do anything more than essentially detect for the navigator geolocation object, which is what you need to do any kind of geolocation in a browser or device. And then it does an if else. If you have it, it spits something out. If you don't, it spits something else out, which is just a text indication of where you stand in that regard. Now, what I want to do now is change this into a well, I want to have this script only execute when a button is clicked. So pretty simple and straightforward, but I kind of want to start building a good foundation for moving forward. So first order business, I am going to add jQuery to my library or to my document. I'm going to do that right through Google's CDN version. If you go to their page, you'll find a link like I did, and I'm just going to pop it right up here at the top. Notice that if you just copy and paste it from the page, it's missing the HTTP. Maybe they just don't want people hot linking off the page. I'm not sure what that's about, but you're going to need to add that in order to make it work. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Next order of business, we have to add the document ready. Kind of anytime you're using jQuery, you want to add this here, which is basically only start executing stuff once the document is ready. And obviously, we're going to have some code errors, so I'm going to go right down to the bottom and curly brace, regular brace, and semicolon. Okay, so no errors there. And now what I want to do is actually convert this if else into a function. So this isn't going to be terribly difficult. I'm just going to go function. Let me call it, I don't know, check location. And we don't need to pass it any parameters. And here is our curly braces. And now I'm just going to pop that right in the middle. And now we've basically created that if else into a function. But it's not going to do anything because we don't have any way to actually initiate the function. So what I want to do then is actually create a button that we're going to be able to click on. So once we click on it, it's going to execute this. So let's go down to the body, and in there just use some good old HTML. And I'll use the button, and I'm going to create an ID for the button. I'll go start geo, and that's going to be its ID name. And I'll go click here to check your geolocation abilities. Okay, and we'll close that. And now main reason why I added jQuery at this point was so I could target this button that when it gets clicked on, it's going to execute this function. So why don't I put this at the top of the document, and I will target not my button specifically, but my ID over here. So let me go single quote hashtag geocode single quote, and then I want when it's clicked on, what are you going to do? Well, you are going to check location, and I'll copy that in there. No code errors. Now let's give it a preview. Here we are in Firefox. Click here to check your geolocation abilities. Nice, and it did it. Excellent. Let's try it on good old Internet Explorer. Let me put this right here in IE9, and now click here to check your geo. Bam. Okay, so far so good.